What's up, guys? Hope you all are doing well. I am joined today by my beautiful wife, Carrie.
Hi.
And we are going to answer some of your questions. I think in those questions, we'll probably have some updates. You know, what's going on? What are we up to? What do we think? All that good stuff.
New year, new you.
New year, new you. And I hope all of you had an amazing new year and you are off and running in 2025. So let's jump into it.
All right.
First question is for you.
Oh, great.
Okay. Which is worse, when Brian hangs out with Eddie or Devon? What do you think?
I feel like I'm going to hurt someone's feelings. And I'm also going to hurt...
Are they really that bad when we hang out?
Okay, which one's worse?
Worse, just the worst
Honestly,
one.
no doubt Eddie is way worse. Zero doubt in my mind. Like,
okay. I have a feeling.
The smell, his comments, like everything. Devon actually, like, I know people see him on like the arm wrestling table and he is a lot.
It's mental warfare.
Mental warfare, whatever.
Yep.
But in person, he is actually, at least in my experience, very calm, very respectful, actually very quiet. Like he's always just like, it's so great to see you, very quiet, very calm. Eddie is about the opposite.
I don't think his feelings are going to be hurt by that. He's probably proud of that.
Eddie just does not care.
Yeah,
does not care. No.
This is a good question.
Okay.
And I'm very curious to hear what your answer is. What is the most impressive feat of strength your wife has ever witnessed from you? So what is the most impressive feat of strength that I've done that you have witnessed?
From Liam.
Thanks, Liam in the UK. Appreciate the question. And what is the answer?
This is a lot of pressure because if I give the wrong answer, you're not going to be happy.
I don't think it's your opinion. You could say there is a lot of them.
Okay, couple. Can I give a couple?
Do you want to see my forearm, like as you answer?
Stop! You're blocking like the whole camera.
Yep.
Okay, well, I will say the arm wrestling thing was actually really intense. I don't know if that's like the most impressive thing I've seen so far.
The most impressive feat of strength.
Feat of strength.
Yep.
Okay, honest answer is 2017, I think.
Okay.
Arnold Strongman Classic.
Yep.
Oh gosh, I hope that was the right year.
You're correct.
Two events, and I think it's that year because I remember Braxton was the newborn. Right? Yeah, am I right?
Braxton was a newborn, yep.
The bale tote and the circus dumbbell for reps. Is that the same year? I think it's the same year.
Yep, we had...
It was a 300-pound circus dumbbell that year. Remember, because you got multiple reps and then you flexed on the last rep as you were holding it.
300-pound dumbbell was 16, and the bale tote was 17.
Okay, well, I messed that up.
Yeah.
But
so
those two things. Okay,
300-pound dumbbell for reps and 1,565-pound bale tote.
Yeah, I know you had to get like the weight in, yes. But those are probably...
I'm just clarifying for people that don't know.
Those are probably... they stand out in my mind, maybe selfishly, because I remember like just that time of our life. I remember Braxton was like on stage with you and stuff like that. But also,
I think I grabbed Braxton after the bale tote, right? Because that was the second event of day one.
Yeah. The bale tote was insane because people like.
Yeah, that was cool.
No disrespect, some of the other guys were like couldn't even pick it up, or it was an inch, and you just kind of. Well, you just picked it up and walked across the stage.
It was a big weight.
It was a big weight.
I think that's a very good answer, honestly.
Okay.
That was awesome. All right, so this is a question for both of us. What is the most important for conflict resolution in your marriage?
Okay, you can go first.
So conflict resolution, I'm going to say communication.
Okay.
Right? So most of the time, if there is a conflict, which Carrie and I do not have many conflicts, I would say that are big conflicts. It's more small, like, hey, Brian.
Didn't do his dishes.
Dishes. That's maybe a big one. Okay? So it's more talking through whatever the conflict is and being open to hearing your significant other, their angle as to why it was something maybe that didn't happen, right? So, like, for example, the dishes, right? If the dishes didn't make it into the dishwasher, maybe I had something I was going to do or a meeting or something, right?
And then you communicating.
It's communication.
Okay.
You're
I would
rude.
agree with
Yeah.
the communication. I will also just share that Brian is a way better communicator than I am. I'm more of like a hold it, blow up type of person.
Okay.
And I feel like I've gotten better.
But this is why
And
communication is key.
Communication is key. I would agree with that. Also, men, do your dishes and put away your laundry.
Yep. Wife is much happier when the dishes go in the dishwasher, that's for sure. Are you proud of your career, and what are you most disappointed about? And how was it for Carrie to put up with your lifestyle? So I will say, first and foremost, yes, I am proud of my career, for sure, right? There's going to be things, I think, in the body of an entire career where, of course, there's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, there's going to be everything in between. And, you know, to pick something that I'm the most disappointed about, I think is difficult. It's a very difficult thing to choose, you know, something, because I could pick certain moments where I'm like, oh, I wish I would have done this differently, or, you know, if I would have, you know, executed differently here, that would have been a win, which I have many of those. I have many of those moments. So I don't have, you know, other than those, and that's coming from a super competitive standpoint,
I think
right? Like,
you're a huge believer, if I can help you answer your question.
Yeah.
You're a huge believer in kind of like what's meant to be will be. So even though there are moments that you wish would have went differently, or you wouldn't have had a misstep, or whatever it may be,
Yep.
that you're disappointed in, I think you kind of maybe believe like the journey
Yeah.
kind of ended the way it was meant to.
I think there are certain things that, the things that I'm probably the most disappointed in are the moments where I was in control and I could have done something differently. So the misstep, you know, yeah, I guess you could say maybe I was in control of that, but some of those things just happen. That's just being competitive in an athletic setting. I think it's more so the moments that I look back on, you know, like for example, we'll go back to the Arnold in 2016, right? Maybe that moment, last event, frame carry, I'm up by whatever it was, 4 or 5 points. In the rules, I was told I could lift the frame up because it was with straps and I could get the balance. When I walked out there, I was told that I couldn't lift it, and I should have stepped back and said, I'm lifting it because it's in the rules. I don't care what you say. And that probably would result in a different outcome of that contest. So that type of moment is probably the most disappointing thing for me, but you can't go back and change it. So I can say confidently that I'm clear about, I'm clear that I am happy with and proud of my career. So how was it for you to put up with my lifestyle?
I'm not really sure what that means. Like, I feel like people ask me that all the
Like
time.
all my eating, training, being so disciplined, like.
I don't know. I just, you know, sometimes I think maybe this comes across the wrong way to other people, but like, this is your job. This is your hobby. This is all that. And like, and I love you and I support you. So, I mean, where there are times where I'm like, do you really have to stay up and eat another meal or something along those lines?
Yep.
But like, that's just life. To me, it's the exact same thing as someone's spouse saying like, I have to stay up and I have to study for this exam, or I have to get this project done for work. Like that's just our life. So I think it's sometimes a little bit odd for me to say like, how was it to put up with it? I don't really think there was something to put up with.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I tried also to not burden you with it, right? So like I did a lot of the food prep, and you know, I all the training, like it just,
Yeah.
I made it work as well, right? So it
Yeah,
wasn't like you had to cater to me. I don't feel like, I think you were supportive, but it didn't impact you.
Yeah.
Right,
I love
where you-
Brian, not Brian the strongman.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
a good way to
supported
put it.
you in what you did, and that was just our life.
It's awesome. On a scale of 1 to 10, how safe does Carrie feel when she's out with Brian in a public setting? And we're gonna say 1 is not safe and 10 is
Okay,
the most safe.
I would probably say a 10.
10.
Yeah.
10. What opponent do you want on your next arm wrestling match?
I assume that's for you.
Yes, or you could take it. That would probably make people really excited if you gave a opponent. I don't know. I don't know, to be genuinely honest. I am in training. I'm working hard to get better. Trying to work on all the little things to improve. And I think there is a long list of potential opponents. I think there's a lot of guys out there that would love to take a super match against me, which is great. And as I improve, I'm sure that those names will get added and they will get checked off one by one. But right now, I don't have anybody completely picked out. There's some stuff in the works, but I can't really say too much. Hey, Brian and Carrie, I saw you both posted about a new app you're launching. Is there more info you can share about it? Me and my son are both super interested in it. Well, it's awesome. And, if you saw that, we're, starting to tease that out a little bit. It is the Shaw Elite app, and it's really cool. It's been a big project that we've been working on. It's not something that we've talked about a whole lot, but it's over a year in the making now. Planning
Well, a year
meetings
in the making of this, but I would say multiple years of trying to get to this point.
Yeah.
You've kind of done your thing. I actually did my thing where I was trying to help like moms, and I think you and I are together. We're bringing a whole team of people to make this app. And
Yeah, it's going to be incredible. I mean, it's several different parts just to kind of quickly go through it. So nutrition is being done by Nathan Payton. It's going to be custom tailored to every individual. Programming is being headed by Joe Ken. Carrie will do some programming. I will do some programming as well on there. And then we will have a mindset portion as well to tie it all together. So a lot of different things on the app, a ton of different features. It is 100% custom built. So that's something we're really proud of. It is not the easy way to do this. It is not the cheap way to do this, but it is the right way to do it. And I think for both of us, the biggest thing with this is to help people. At the heart of it, every conversation over the past year and more is how do we help people? How do we impact people? And I think that's the driving force behind that is that.
I'm going to say that there actually will be a free part of the app. So people can download the app for free and actually use parts of it that we feel that are pretty basic. And even if you're not into fitness, it can have a positive impact on your life. And then if you are interested in the personal meal plans and a set training program for you and your goals and stuff, we have that level as well. But I think one thing I'm excited about is this free portion as well. Like, download it, and a couple things, fitness or not, can hopefully make a positive impact in someone's
100%.
life.
It's going to be really exciting. To Brian, what are some of your favorite and most impactful interactions with fans? Also, I want to thank you for the amazing role model you are to myself and so many others. Well, I appreciate that greatly. And to be honest with you, interactions with fans impact me. And I know that this may sound weird, but as people come to these events, they wait in line to come up and say hi to me, take a picture. Some of the things that get said in those moments, other people will never hear, and that's totally fine. It's the people that have had substantial changes in their life, whether they have lost a lot of weight or they've set goals for themselves that they are now going after, that they've changed the course of their life, they've changed their mindset. These type of things impact me the most, and in the long run, and I've said this before, right? Like there's all the contests, there's all the wins, trophies, titles, whatever. But what it really comes down to for me is impacting people in a positive way. And those interactions with fans are very meaningful to me because it shows that I'm having that type of impact on people. And that's the most rewarding, to be completely honest with you, because, I have said this before, but I believe every single person out there can do great things with their life. And it's just a matter of your mindset, how you approach it, how you set your goals and the way that you live day to day. So, all of these things coming back in that way, those are very, very meaningful interactions for me. And it goes right along with what we just said about, the Shaw Elite app. The goal of that is to make a difference in people's lives. All of the stuff we try to do, as much as we may not communicate that fully, that is the intention, for Carrie, for myself, because, that type of impact on people is what leaves a lasting impression. And in this life, we only have so much time to do things like that. So something that's very, very important for me. It's a big focus of mine, and I appreciate you asking that question. To Carrie, are you developing any interest in arm wrestling?
Is that you think like me personally arm wrestling, or like my interest in the sport of arm wrestling?
I think it's a very general, just in the sport. Like, as I'm getting into it, are you?
Am I allowed to tell the truth?
100%. Why would you not?
Okay.
I'm very actually curious to hear this answer.
So at first, I was a hard no.
No
I
interest.
was a hard no.
You didn't know what I was doing or what it was all about?
No. I kind of thought it was like fighting at the bar type of thing.
Well, that's where you see arm wrestling.
Well, that's where you see it, but like that's what I thought it was, just kind of like a drunk man trying to like fight someone that can't really fight someone at the bar. Okay. You said I could be honest.
Go for it. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Yes.
But maybe not so much. I mean, I am learning and becoming interested in the sport. I think what's been really fun is watching you and your interest and the technique and how much you love studying it. And I'm going to say this the wrong way, but like if I turn my wrist this way, that way, like see? I don't know the words for that.
You guys know that I'm talking about it behind the
all
camera.
The time. Yeah. All the time. Can you watch this video? So that's been
that's so fun. So true, but fun.
So that's been actually like really that's fun to watch you kind of go through that and be super passionate about something. I think also going to your super match, am I saying the right word?
Yes, you are.
With Eddie was very, I keep saying the word intense, like very intense. I don't know how much was because of Eddie versus that's the sport of arm wrestling. But what I will say is that the community was incredible at that event. It kind of just like felt like a bunch of friends. It kind of felt like that strongman thing where you had, like just the competitors were hanging out, their friends, their family, whatever is just hanging out. So that was really cool to see. I am also thankful that I've learned that it's not just like a drunk guy thing at the bar. Mm-hmm. There's a lot more technique that goes into it.
Indeed.
But also Brian is buying a lot of equipment for arm wrestling. So that's kind of like a negative, but.
A negative?
But all in all,
I don't think that's a negative.
My interest has improved in it and is growing, and I support you and how excited you are.
I love it. And just to let you guys know, we will be bringing arm wrestling to the Shaw Classic in 2025.
Yes.
Yeah, and I didn't even have to work to convince you too much.
No, I'm excited about the athletes were so cool, and like I think giving them an opportunity to compete is very exciting.
It's what the Shaw Classic started on, by the athletes, for the athletes, and it's athlete focused and driven.
And giving them opportunities.
Yeah, I just see a great stage to be able to do that. So, hopefully a tournament, a super match format event as well. So stay tuned. We don't have all the details on that, but I just want to tease it out there. Hopefully people are excited to hear that.